Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday morning. Beautiful sunny day. It's gorgeous here in Framingham. I always love that, waking up to it, especially, I don't know, after there's been like a couple gray days. It's always nice, those changes that we get. So my name is Kat, and I'm going to be leading you through this practice for today. I want you to take everything at your own pace. So if something doesn't make sense, whether it's something I say that we translate differently or something that doesn't feel right in your body, I really want to empower you to do what feels right. And what feels right might be straying from what it is that I'm leading. So I want you to feel comfortable with really tuning in to your own language and the communication that you have within your own body. So we can get started. You can start either lying down on your back if you want, or you can start seated, whatever feels best for you. And however you start to settle, maybe there's movement, or maybe you just, let it go. The eyes can become heavy. And you can either close them or have a soft focus. And I want you to imagine that you're opening all the doors and windows to your senses. Notice what it feels like for you to become present. To become the observer of this moment. To use your mind's eye to just scan the body. Noticing all the residue from yesterday that might have followed you into today. And as you settle into this moment, you might notice different sounds that you hear from within this space. You might notice the temperature against your skin. Or any tension from within the body. And I want you to start to become aware of how you interact with everything around you. How it affects you. And then I want you to notice, does it need to affect you? Maybe the answer is yes, but most times the answer might be no. So the practice is stepping back and becoming the observer without becoming so attached. Practicing awareness. Notice the breath. The journey it takes as you take in your natural breath. And maybe become a little bit more curious with the breath and letting the belly expand a little bit more as you take in air. Noticing what it feels like as you let that breath exit the body, following the journey. The breath is a tool for us to slow our nervous system down, for us to find moments of peace and ease. And it's always there for us. As you're taking these slow breaths in, notice the jaw. Let it release any tension, unglue your tongue from the roof of your mouth, and let the cheeks become gaunt and hollow. The shoulders become soft, the arms all the way down through the soft pads in your fingers. The hips, the legs, down to the soles of the feet. The body becomes soft, open, pliable. Give yourself just another moment to settle, to sink. What is there to learn from the silence? What is there for us to understand about ourselves, about this moment? Take a deep breath in. And exhale through the nose. And we'll do one more deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And we'll gently make our way onto our backs. So you can, if you're already there, hug those knees into the chest. And if you're not there, just gently guide your way down onto your back, and as those knees are brought into the chest, you might notice the weight of the body as you're allowing for those knees to stack. Maybe you circle out the ankles, or maybe even rock those knees side to side a few times. And you can be playful right here. There's no right or wrong. We're just trying to open up our body. So I always love this idea of exploration in this moment. So you can circle out the knees if you want. You can go side to side. And then start to notice what's happening within your face as you move around. Like, I can't see what you're doing, but this is a beautiful opportunity to even open and close the jaw a few times. Notice if our baseline might be a little bit of a grimace. I've noticed myself in that position, a little furrowing of the brow. So maybe we erase that habit and we try to create a softening. You might want to kick the legs up to the sky, create a straddle. Let me just notice what's happening within the terrain of our body. And we start to turn on our own internal GPS. So let's bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Knees are bent, and just drop those knees over to the right side in a very long, loose twist. The arms can be by your sides, palms up, relaxation. Inhale, let the knees lift. And on your exhale, let's twist over with the knees to the left. Inhale, let those knees lift. And on your exhale, drop them over to the right. Inhale, let the knees lift. And on your exhale, drop them over to the left. Inhale, let those knees lift up, soles of the feet down to the ground. Hands go behind the base of the skull, behind the back of the head. Now I want you to press your lower back into the mat. So notice how maybe the bottoms of the glutes start to lift off of the mat, and there's this little tucking of the pelvis. Keep that core-centric awareness right there. Take a deep breath in. Head, shoulders lift off the mat. And on your exhale, we're going to curl in tighter, lifting head and shoulders off the mat, looking down in between your knees. On your inhale, release the head, neck, shoulders to a hover or all the way down. And on your exhale, draw the abs in and lift head, shoulders off the mat. Relax your jaw. Inhale to lower down. And exhale to curl into it. Inhale to lower down. And exhale to curl. Use your hands for support. 3 more times. Lower and squeeze into it, pressing belly button into the spine. Inhale to lower. And exhale to squeeze. Last time, coming on up. Inhale to lower. Draw those abs in. Exhale, squeeze. Hold at the top. You can always relax if you need to. See if we can lift it up a little bit higher, so you can use your hands to help support, and you can press your head back into your hands. Notice that relaxes the front of the neck. We're going to hold it up here. You can either pulse it up at the top or just static hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Hug those knees into the chest. Notice the point of tension, and when we feel that kind of warming sensation in the body, how does our body react to that? Sometimes we grasp on harder. All right. Now, soles of the feet back to the mat, hands go behind the back of the head. We're going to either do what we just did, which is totally fine, or we're going to add a march and a twist. So head, shoulders lift off the mat if you want to do a little extra. On your exhale, you're going to lift that right knee. It's going to come into the chest, and you're going to curl left shoulder to the right knee. Left shoulder to the right knee. Inhale, lower both down. Exhale, lift the left knee, cross the right shoulder to the left knee. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, right foot lifts, and left shoulder comes up to greet it. Inhale to lower, and exhale to the opposite side. I'm going to look at y'all. Inhale to lower, and exhale to curl. So we're going to go by time here. Let me look at my watch. Okay. We're going to go by time. So you can go faster, you can go slower, you can go at any pace. But what I want from you is making sure that you're drawing your abs in rather than pushing them out. So as you curl and cross, you're constantly pulling everything in. I want you to splay those elbows open just a little bit more. See how that feels for you. We have 15 seconds left. You can always do nothing too, which is a beautiful thing to do. Nothing is everything. I can assure you of that for your last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Hug those knees into the chest. Give yourself some space. Open and close your jaw. I can't see what you're doing, so you might as well do the weird stuff now. Now, option number 3. We're going to be doing straight up bicycle crunches. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can come back to the march. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can go back to the up and down with just the head and the shoulders, right? Clear as mud, makes sense? So if you're coming into the option 3, Feet are going to be lifted off the mat, and you're going to be in this reverse tabletop position with the knees lifted, feet flexed at 90 degrees, head is supported by the hands, yeah? Lift the head, shoulders, inhale. As you exhale, extend that left leg. Draw the left shoulder to the right knee. Inhale, come back to center, bending. Exhale, extend right shoulder, left knee. Inhale, back to center, and exhale to curl. Now, you could start to go a little bit faster, going for a little bit more core-centric awareness. You think about speeds, and I'm looking at my time, so here we go. So we think about speeds. We're not always going the same speed when we drive our car. Sometimes we go faster, sometimes we go slower. It's just depending upon the terrain that we're on. So today, your terrain might be different than it was yesterday. You might even have a couple big, powerful moves that you want to do. Or you might find stillness is the great place for you. Stillness is the great equalizer. We move all day long, but we don't always still all day long. Here we go. We have 15 seconds left, and you take it at your own pace. You breathe. You have 10 seconds left. Press the tongue into the roof of your mouth. Draw those abs in. Whatever you're doing, just be aware of what's going on within your core. For your last 3, 2, 1, hug those knees in. Check that off of your list of things to do today, right? Because that was top of the list. No? Extend the arms, extend the legs, find a full long stretch of the body, circle out. Now let's take that right knee, bring it into the chest, bring your hands on top of the shin, and just rock the right knee from side to side a few times. If you want to recircle out that right ankle, you go for it. Little wind removing pose just for a hot second. Give a little compression into those hip flexors, and then we're going to cross the right knee over to the left side of the body. And you can go as far as it feels comfortable. Drop the right hand down on the ground, and that left hand helps to support the right knee crossing to the left side of the body. Yeah, and maybe you play and you kick that right foot off to that left side, so you straighten it. See if that feels okay for you. The answer could be no. Always. Take a deep breath in and out. Now bend that right knee if you had it extended, and slowly come back onto your mat with that right knee into the chest. Bring that left knee in, and then extend the right leg down. Wind removing pose on the left. Curl that knee into the chest, rock it. Let it rock from side to side a few times. Circle out the left ankle. Now release the left hand down and let that right knee cross over to the left knee cross over to the right side. And you can go as far as it feels comfortable, taking as much space as you want or taking as little as your body needs. It's a spectrum. We're not just designed to go to one place. If you feel good about it and you want to do it, maybe you straighten that left leg so it's kicking off to the right side. See what that feels like. Notice the lines of tension, those threads of tension we have. On your inhale, bend the knee, and we'll slowly release back onto our backs. Hug both knees into the chest. Now we're going to come up into a seated position. You have an option. You can rock forwards and backwards, or if that doesn't feel good for you, if you have any lower back issues, roll onto your side before coming up. So you find fetal position to come up to seated, and you could rock forwards and backwards a bunch of times. And once it feels comfortable for you, we can find our seated position. Maybe sitting on a pillow, rolled up mat, whatever feels right for you. We're going to take those shoulders, lift them up to the ears, and then on your exhale, circle them back and around. So we inhale, lift them up, and exhale, circle them back and around. And just 2 more times. Inhale, lift them up, and exhale, circle them back and around. And you'll notice I'm always moving. So even if I'm circling, my head, neck, everything else is adjusting. Now coming into center, take those arms, reach them up to the sky. Inhale. On your exhale, take and bring that right hand down. That left arm is going to shoot up and over. And now as we do this, if there's any tension within that top shoulder, bend the elbow, draw it back. We don't have to go so far. We can go to a place that feels right for us, because this journey is just learning about what feels right for us. On your inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. And on your exhale, drop the left hand down, and that right arm is going to stretch up and over. What's happening within the shoulders? Slide them away from the ears. And even pressing down onto that left hand, root the right hip down. Inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. As you exhale, twist to the right. So we're going to drop right hand behind the back. Left hand can stay on the left knee or cross. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and lift up through the crown of the head. On your inhale, we'll slowly come back to center. Arms reach up to the sky. And on your exhale, we'll twist open to the left. This isn't about creating crazy in our life. It's hopefully about eliminating some of it. So if anything ever feels out of control, just settle into a place that feels more comfortable. Lift up through the crown of the head and press your chest forward. Inhale, let those arms come forward. And on your exhale, hands come to the knees. Now, if you were in this position, you might want to just shift, switching which leg's in front or extending a leg if that feels best for you. We're going to find our little coffee grinder position. So the torso is going to go right, inhale forward, exhale, circle back and around. And you can get as big as you want with this. And maybe you close your eyes and you imagine you are the only person, spotlight on you. When you close your eyes, no one can see what you're doing, so you might as well do the weird. It's just you and this movement. When it feels right for you, organically go in the opposite direction. And we'll slowly come into center. And you can bring your hands onto your heart space or come into prayer position, whatever feels best for you. Gently bowing your head and just notice what brought you here today. What brings you onto the mat? And maybe we use that thought, that idea, as just the foundation, that little anchor to bring us back to reality if we ever get lost in the clouds. On your next inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, hands are going to come forward. Now you can roll over the shins or just kick them off to the side as we come into our tabletop position. And as we come into tabletop position, notice what happens when we get here. Maybe there's movement in the neck or wiggling of the hips. You might tent the fingers, fist the hands, or flat palms down onto the mat. We'll find some cats and cows. So let the tailbone lift, the belly lower, and the chest opens to the front of the mat. See if you can dial front of the arms to the front of the mat. And on your exhale, round the back, press it up to the sky, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, open up the heart space. And exhale to round. And just finding a few cats and cows that feel right for you. Maybe closing your eyes for the last two. What are the signals your body gives you? Now, after your next exhale, you can open up those knees nice and wide and press your hips back to the heels, sinking down into your child's pose position. Of course, if the knees too wide doesn't feel good for you, feel free to find any positioning that feels right. If your forehead doesn't come down to the mat, you have two hands which can create a pillow-like action, either by hot potatoing them or letting them be flat, or use a block or an actual pillow. And I want you just to shift the hips a little bit. Notice where habit has taken you, and either stay with that habit because it might be good, or adjust the body. We move our sails to take advantage of the wind. Give yourself 2 more breaths and know that this place is always here for you if you need it for any reason. And 1 more breath. Now we're going to take our hands and bring them to the front of the mat. And we're going to press ourselves up into our tabletop position. Walk your hands forward, a handprint, and shift that weight forward. So we're in a knee plank. You can always tuck toes and lift those knees off of the mat, but we're going to be doing just a little bit of arm work right here, just to condition our body for our chaturangas. So take a deep breath in. On your exhale, draw the elbows to the ribs. Either come down 1 inch, come down 6 inches, I care not. And then inhale, press back up. Exhale, draw those elbows back, and then press back up. 3 more times, draw those elbows back. They can go out to the sides if you need to, and then inhale, press back up. 2 more times, draw those elbows back, nice job, and press back up with power. Use your breath. Good, last time. Down as far as it feels good, and then press back up. Now enjoy this journey. We're gonna come down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down onto your belly, relax those legs. Now squeeze the glutes, press that pubic bone down into the mat. On your inhale, lift the head and shoulders, slide those shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze those glutes as much as you can, gaze stays down. Now, maybe you lift up a little bit higher, maybe you move the neck. Find this power within your body. Take 1 more deep breath in. And on your exhale, release down. Inhale, press up, tabletop. Good, now tuck those toes, knees come to a hover. Take a deep breath in right here. Yes, and out. 1 more deep breath in. And on your exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. So in our down dog, hips are lifted up to the sky. You can bend and alternate little movements within the feet like you're pedaling in mud. So you can kind of pedal the feet. Yeah. And you can open up the feet wider. You can even come really far. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. And you're going to feel better in the hamstrings if you open up those legs more. Beautiful position. Take 2 breaths right here. And 1 more. Imagine that tailbone is lifting up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, up above you. Now on your inhale, bend those knees, look forward, and walk your feet to the front of your mat. Coming into our forward fold, elbows can rest on our thighs, or you can come right into a ragdoll position if the body feels happy about it. And shaking out the head yes and no. Maybe even letting the torso rock side to side a bunch of times. Give yourself a deep breath in and out. And 1 more deep breath in and out. Now bring your hands to your thighs, tuck chin to chest, inhale. On your exhale, let's roll up to standing. Inhale, circle, sweep those arms up to the sky. Now on your exhale, drop that left hand down. Right hand stretches up and over to the left side. Yeah, inhale, come on up. Float that right hand down, and the left hand stretches up and over to the right. Yeah, inhale, we'll come on up to center. Open to a T. On your exhale, bend the knees and round the back. Inhale, broaden the chest, open it, maybe chin lifts, baby back bend. And exhale to round. And one more time, inhale, broaden the chest. And exhale to round. Arms reach up to the sky, inhale. And exhale, we're gonna sink into a chair, so slide those hips back. Now feet can be any distance that feels right for you. What I wanna see is that the knees never go beyond the toes. Now you can look at yourself in the side mirror. If you're sticking your butt back really far, can you tuck the pelvis a little bit and draw those abs in? So even though we're doing something that's leg-centric, the core is always involved. Now, relax the shoulders because they don't need to help right now. And we're gonna find a little march, because why not? It's a little better with music. We're gonna march ourselves to the back of the mat. Sink as low as you can. Once you get to the back of the mat, you have two options, or any number of options. You stay still, or you add a little bounce. There should be this sensation, I'm not gonna name it, of warmth, I'll say it that way. But how you label the sensations you feel, that's totally up to you. All right, we're gonna stay down low. We're gonna march ourselves back to the front. And you can take any breaks you need to. Stay low. Add a little bounce if that feels okay for you. At the front, bounce it out, or stay still. Feel that warmth? Is it just me? Okay, here we go for our last 10 seconds. That's good. I don't want to feel alone in this, right? For 3, 2, 1. Now stand up tall, squeeze those quads. And exhale, can you hinge down through the center, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Come up to a halfway lift. So we flatten our back, drawing shoulders away from the ears, and we're looking straight down. As you exhale, release down. We're gonna try that again. We wanna look like we're an upside down L. Inhale, come on up. Halfway lift. Yes, hug those shoulder blades in. Good, and exhale, release down. Take that left foot, step it to the back of your mat. Squeeze the front leg and back leg in towards each other. Now you can use a water bottle. You can use anything you need. Yeah, switch the feet. You were right the first time. So the left leg goes back. Now, we're gonna release the left knee down onto the mat, and you're gonna keep that left hand on the ground or on a block and spiral the right arm up to the sky. Yeah, so switch. Yeah, towards the mirror. Perfect. Yeah, and if it felt better doing it the other way, you do it. Everything I offer is just a suggestion. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, slowly release the hand down. Bring your hands on top of the thigh. If you need to stack over the mat, go for it. And drop those hips forward a little bit or a lot of it. Yeah, take a deep breath in. And out. Now on your inhale, come on up. We're gonna release onto that left shin, and we are gonna straighten our right leg-ish. Hands can frame that front foot. It's all good. Like I said, it's not a library. So, we're gonna do a wacky twist, which is totally not the name of it. You're gonna root down that left hand. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling, maybe. Yeah, now look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a big smile. Love who you are right here and now. This appreciation, happiness starts right here. Slowly release that right hand down. Bend the right knee, tuck left toes, lift the knee off of the mat. Pause here for a second. Squeeze front leg, back leg in towards each other. Relax the shoulders. And are you ready? Bring your hands down inside of that right foot. Lift your hips. And can you step back into a plank? 1, 2, 16 steps, doesn't matter. Now you can release knees to the ground if you choose to, right? Shake your head, yes. I'm gonna do it. You dealer's choice for the rest. Exhale, high plank to low plank, either all the way down or halfway down. Inhale either to the baby cobra or upward facing dog. And on our exhale, we'll find our way into our downward facing dog. Pedaling our feet, take a deep breath in. Notice how each time you come to these positions, how does it change? Deep breath in and out. Bending the knees, can you look forward and walk, hop, or step your feet to the front of your mat? Forward fold. Drop those hips down, and on your inhale, roll up. Coming into our standing position, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to our heart space. Sweep those arms up. Inhale at the top, palms together, swing them behind the back of your head. Lean back into the hands. Now bend the knees and tuck the pelvis so we protect our lower back. On your inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, let's hinge down through the center, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins. Come into that upside down L or halfway lift. And on your exhale, release down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, come into the halfway lift. Hug those shoulder blades in, relax the jaw. And exhale, release down. Right foot, inhale, steps to the back of your mat. You can release that knee all the way down to the ground. And of course, if you need to stack the mat, do whatever feels right for your knees, okay? Now we are gonna root right hand on the block or straight down on the mat. Left arm reaches up to the sky. See if you can lift up a little bit higher and take the pressure away from that right wrist. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, we're gonna release. Take a deep breath in. And out. It looks like Wi-Fi dropped. Release the hand down. And then we're gonna drop into that left foot, tuck the right toes, lift the knee off of the mat. Front leg, back leg, squeeze in towards each other. Find this power right here. And then now hands go inside of that left foot and step back, come into your plank. Hold it. Wait a minute. Squeeze, tuck, deep breath in. Exhale, high plank to low plank, either all the way down or halfway down. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra, dealer's choice always and forever. Exhale to your down dog or child's pose. Give yourself 4 breaths right here. Okay. Wiggle the hips, pedal it out. Give yourself 3 more breaths. Two more breaths. Last breath. Now, we're going to bend our knees, and so we'll meet in down dog. Bend your knees and bring your belly towards the thighs. You have an option here. You can either walk your feet forward the way we've been doing, or you can play with hopping our feet forward. Either way, once those feet are forward, bend the knees, torso comes up into a chair. So we're going to have a little bit of Fun with this, right? My type of fun, I guess. So release those hands down, either step back or hop back into plank, either way. Holding plank. Now press back down dog with the belly resting on the thighs, so it's a little modified position. You can use those feet, propel forward, hop, or step, and then come up into your chair. So we're going to do this for approximately, I would say, 45 seconds. We'll keep it 45, right? So hands down, hop or step, press back into that down dog. And we hop or step when we find our chair. Down. And you go at whatever speed feels right for you. It matters not. Literally, the practice is yours. That's it. And whatever feels right for you in this moment, we do. And all you have left is 15 seconds. Isn't that nice? Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's all come up into a standing position. And just bring your hand onto your heart. Another one onto the belly. Maybe you notice heart rate comes up. Take a deep breath in. Notice you're in control in that expansion of the breath. Take one more deep breath in. And out. On your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Let that belly float off of the thigh, still at a 45-ish degree angle, arms sweep back. Find some power right here. Get the shoulders away from the ears. Embrace any quivering the body has. Now, inhale, torso comes upright, full crescent lunge. Relax shoulders away from the ears. Make sure that front knee is stacked over the ankle. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, drop the right hand down. Left hand shoots up and over to the right side. Inhale, torso comes upright. Now bring your hands behind the back of your head. Really have a generous bend within that front knee. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, you're going to twist open to the mirrors. Ta-da! Inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the mirrors. Now inhale back to center. Either have that straight up twist, or if you want something weird, drop left elbow to the right knee just to see what it feels like. Now inhale, come on up. Movement balance. One more time, just 4 times total. Now you know what to expect for the second time. Inhale, come on up. Now are you ready? Take that left hand, reach it down, shoot it forward, open up into your warrior 2. Yeah. So warrior 2, right foot forward, left foot open. Arms are reaching to the front and to the back. Yeah. And I like to make sure that I look down to my right knee, make sure it's stacked over the ankle. I can see my big toe. I wave it. On your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, straighten that front leg. And on your exhale, open it up. One more time, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, open it up. Take that right hand, reach it up to the sky. Relax shoulders away from the ears. Take your breath. Let it go to any of the sharp edges that you feel. Inhale, come on back to center. Now straighten the right leg. And then reach so that torso is going as far as it can to the right. Your hip hinging. And then lower right hand down inside of the right leg or on a block and left arm up to the sky. Trikonasana. Yeah. Triangle pose. This is it. And if that left arm in the air doesn't feel fabulous, you can bring it somewhere else. because that is your option. Take a deep breath in and out. Now on your inhale, press into the feet and use those left obliques. Torso comes upright. Dial the right toes to the left side of your mat. 5-pointed star, palms face up towards the ceiling. Maybe gaze looks up. On your exhale, hip hinge as you fold forward over wide legs. Relax the head, neck, shoulders down. Shake it out. Now you have the option if you want to do some side-to-side lunges. That's my jam. It might not be yours. So feel free to embrace it or throw it away. And just explore what it feels like to be you today. So sometimes we put these labels on us. Labels like, I know one I give myself all the time is I'm not flexible. But if we're constantly changing, why do we put those things on us? So just be the experience. Give yourself 2 more breaths. Now to come up, we're going to toe heel the feet together a few times, just so the toes are out and heels are in. And then we're going to roll up into our goddess pose. So if you're not in a goddess pose when you come up, have no fear. Guess what? Your feet are not stuck in concrete and you can move them. So sink down. So the feet are usually around, I would say heels are around shoulder distance apart. Of course, our bodies are so different. So if you need more space or less space, it's all good. We're going to take our arms, we're going to sweep them forward. On your inhale, stand up. Exhale through the nose. Draw those elbows back. Inhale, stand up. Exhale through the nose. 2 more times. Inhale up, maybe. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale down. Don't have the weight in the toes. Last time. Hold it down at the bottom. Pause right here. Lift your toes. Weight is in the heels. Relax the shoulders. That always makes me feel better. Right? Pressing through those heels. Come on up. Now dial your toes to the front of the mat. Adjust the left foot so that all toes are facing the front. And make them be about 2 feet apart. Bring your hands to your hips, broaden your chest. On your exhale, Parashvattanasana, pyramid pose. Let your head come down towards that right knee. Folding over the leg. Offer as much of a bend as you need. Yeah, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. Now, I'm one where I personally love dramatic shifts. So I like to do a lot of swaying from one foot to the next. So you can dramatically shift the weight to the right foot, the left foot. Feet aren't cemented. So enjoy. Take a deep breath in and out. All right, my friends. Pressing into that right heel, bend the knee. Let's roll up to standing slowly. All right. Shifting the weight to that right foot, we're going to take that left and bring it into our tree. So our tree could land here. Awesome. Awesome. Our tree could go up the ladder, just anywhere except for not on the knee. Knee doesn't go out in that direction. And I personally love now in my practice to feel how my body shifts. And if we come out of it, it's all good. Notice if the weight pushes so far off to the left, you're like hip hinging into it. Lift, use your muscles. Imagine there is a string reaching you up, high, high, high. So we embrace the muscles rather than sagging into the joints. Give me one more breath. Now we are going to take that left knee, swing it forward, one more balance just because, right? Take your right hand, grab onto that left knee and twist open to the exit door. Or the ballet bar wall. Inhale, come on back to center. And on your exhale, drop the foot down. Inhale, open up the arms. And exhale, hinge down through the center. Bend your knees, get dramatic with me. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Yeah, exhale, hands down. Step your feet to the back of your mat or hop. Plank. And this is optional. Everything is optional, right? Knees to earth or not. High plank, inhale, exhale, low plank. All the way down, halfway down. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. Squeeze those glutes wherever you are. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Can you get your feet together at the back of the mat and sweep that left leg up to the sky? Inhale as you exhale. Step that foot to the front of your mat. Now as we come up, let the belly hover over the thigh, that left thigh. Arms stretch back. Yeah. So how do we take these lessons that we learn here in the mat and bring them outside of these four walls? Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Patience, kindness, compassion. Take that left hand, bring it down. Right hand stretches up and over, finding a little side stretch right here. Now inhale, come back to center. Hands go behind the back of the head. Broaden the chest. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the ballet bar walls. Twist to your left, front knee. Yeah. Inhale back to center. And exhale to twist. Last two times, you can stay upright or drop if you want. Right elbow down to that left knee. Inhale, come on up. And exhale to twist. Now inhale, come on up. Relax that right hand down. Warrior two. Spiral open. Adjust the feet. Yeah. So that left knee is stacked. Good. Two times. Reach those arms up to the sky. Straighten that front leg. And exhale, open it up, warrior two. And last time, inhale up. And exhale down. Now flip left hand up to the sky, reversing your warrior. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and rebend into that left knee if you can. Take a deep breath in. Let it go into those sharper edges you feel. And we'll slowly come back to our warrior two. Can you straighten the front leg? Can you press your hips over to the right and reach as far as you can to the left? Yeah, reach, 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 reach. Once you can't do anything else, left hand down, right hand up. Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Take 2 breaths right here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. One more breath. Use your feet, use your right obliques. Inhale, torso comes upright. Can you dial those left toes to the right side of your mat? Interlace the hands behind the back as a second option. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, hinge forward. Forward fold. Now those arms could reach up to the sky if you wanted to. You can also relax those hands down at any point. Shake out the head, yes and no. Come back into the breath. Even the vortexing thoughts that we have, remember, we create the reality of our own lives by those single conversations that we have with ourselves. So what are you creating in this moment? Give yourself 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And if your hands aren't to the ground, you might want to do that before we come up. So toe heeling the feet together once or twice. We'll come up into our goddess pose. So I'll go with you. Now hands could go anywhere that feels right for you. Hips, mudra, any place you want. Sink down as low as it feels comfortable for you. Now we're going to lift up the right heel as an option. And drop it down, and then lift up the left heel as an option. And release it down 1 more time. Right. Drop it down and left. Now we're going to do it 2 more times per side, or 4 times lifting up both. And releasing it down. This is number 2. Release it down 2 more times. Embrace that quiver. Release it down last time. But you thought you'd never get here. Release it down. Press through those feet. Stand up tall, all toes to the front of the mat. Now, just step that right foot forward a little bit. Hands to hips, deep breath in. On your exhale, hinge forward. Do your forward fold. Parashvattanasana. Hands come down to the ground. Head goes towards that left knee. Yeah, relax the back of the neck. So let your head look down towards that left knee. Yeah. And again, if you want dramatic shifts forwards and backwards, you have that option to shift, to shake, to shimmy. Deep breath in. Now when you're ready, bend that left knee and we'll roll up to standing nice and slowly. Anchor into that left foot and we're going to sweep that right leg into our tree. And again, tap down. There's no pressure from me. The expectation is that we just notice what's going on with our bodies. And those times that it feels like we want to give up, or it feels less than amazing, those are times of usually great growth. Relax the shoulders, maybe you move the arms. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we're going to take that right knee, we're going to bring it forward, and you're going to take that left hand, grab on, and we'll twist open to our right side. Yeah, and it could stay tapped down, we could bevel it. This is also rather charming. I'll take it, I like it. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll slowly come back to center. Plant the foot down with lots of love. Fight the temptation to just poof, because we do. Circle it out if you need to. Even do some twists. Get a little movement in the back. Shake out. Shake the wrists. You can even circle out those shoulders. Take a deep breath in and just release. Now we're going to bring our toes out and our heels in, but to the front of the mat. And see if you can start to sink those hips down. Now you might come down all the way. You might come down halfway. You might use a block. Either, whatever position you get in, it's all good. We're just going to hold it for 2 breaths. Yeah, and if you, so open up your feet a little bit wider, just see if that helps, because sometimes if heels are lifted, it's because we don't have enough space in between our hips, but then also it's just because it could be the anatomy of our bodies too. But we have to experiment to see what is what for us. Give yourself one more breath. And out. Now you can use your hands for support. Lift those hips up and dial those toes forward. Bring elbows on top of the thighs. Sink those hips down like we're getting into a football hiking position. And we're going to root our left elbow on our left knee or bring it inside. That right arm is going to start to spiral. So the more you can sink those hips down, the more spiraling action you can get. Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Slowly release down. Now when you release down, you can straighten the legs, shake out the head, give yourself a little reprise from it. And we're going to do it on the other side. So elbows go onto the thighs, sink those hips down. You can get that right elbow either on the knee or inside. And then start to spiral the left arm up to the sky. Take a deep breath in and out. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Relax the legs, straighten them, give some momentary relaxation. Now we're going to sink those hips down one more time, but just to transition into the butt on the ground asana. Seated. I'm sorry, it's not funny. No, it's not. Yeah, I have to laugh at myself. No one else does. Okay, so we're going to have the right leg going forward, and you're going to have the left knee bent. Sole of the foot is going to go towards the right inner thigh. Yeah. Now we're going to take and extend our left hand up to the sky, and we're going to drop it behind the left hip, and then we're going to let those hips lift up, reaching back. Take a deep breath in and out. And then relax those hips down. And we're going to do it to the other side. So you can use that right hand for support as you extend the left leg forward. So we get a back bend in here that feels sometimes a lot gentler on the lower back, on that lumbar section. Have that right hand up to the sky and then bring it behind you. Roll onto your shin and lift your hips up. Beautiful. Yeah. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in. And relax the hips down. Bring both hands behind the back. Bend those knees. We're going to drop our knees over to the right side. Yeah. Then we lift them up and drop them over to the left. Good. And lift them up. Now we're going to take our hands, bring them behind the backs of our knee pits. And we're going to lean back. Now, if at any point you need additional support, like your hands helping you, you go for it. Shake your head yes. See if you can lean back a little bit more. Lean back more. Maybe your hands release from the legs as you make a slow descent down to the ground. Once you're here, hug those knees into the chest. She's sorry, I should have. So we're going to bring the left foot down to the ground and let the right ankle cross on top of the left thigh. So left foot on the ground, right ankle on the left thigh. And then from here, hug those legs into the chest. Finding our figure 4 stretch, you can grab on any place that feels comfortable for you in this position. Giving permission for the shoulders to release, to relax. And maybe even shifting a little bit side to side in this position. Yeah, taking a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in. And out. Slowly release the left foot down to the ground and we'll switch to the other side. So left ankle crosses on top of the right thigh. And then when and if you're ready, keeping the cross, hug the legs in towards the chest to find your figure 4. And you can grab on any place that feels comfortable. I personally grab on to my knee and foot of the close leg, because for me, it relaxes my shoulders, but of course, you might thread the needle behind the back of that right leg. And maybe there's a little bit of shifting that happens as you rock the body from side to side a little bit. See what that feels like. Take another deep breath in and out. And we'll slowly take our time as we release out of this posture, letting the legs relax. We'll do a twist to the right. So bring the knees into the chest and drop those knees over to the right side. And slowly take a deep breath in. We'll lift our knees and we'll drop them over to the other side, to the left. And just notice what you hold back. And taking your time to lift those knees, giving them a squeeze into the chest. And we'll slowly take our time as we release into our Shavasana. Letting the body let go of what happened during practice, or maybe what didn't happen during practice. Seeing how it quickly and effortlessly we can let it go. And consider these words by Donna Falls. Do yoga with no goal but to be in the moment. This breath, this stretch, this wave of emotion rolling in, watch it crest, break, and then dissipate. Hold the body like a lover in a close embrace, listening with intimacy and touching with tenderness. Yoga is a threshold into mystery. Each pose an open doorway and an invitation to unfold. Sensations rise and fall. And through it all, the deathless center radiates the simple truth of union. Notice the temperature against your skin, the sounds that you hear, how in just a little bit of time we've changed, grown, shifted. Take a deep breath in. And let the breath go through the nose. And encourage some exploration by wiggling fingers and toes. And either staying where you are or inviting your body to roll over onto one side or the other to come into a fetal position. And again, either staying where you are or coming up into a seated position. And maybe bringing one hand onto your heart, and the other one you can bring anywhere you want. Just to feel this connection. May we stay in this moment rooted to breath. May we step back to practice this detached awareness. May we continually find peace. I hope today's practice resonated with you. Thank you for joining. All that I am bows to all that is within you. Namaste.